If you're having problems communicating with others, or you want to shift things within your reality, if you feel judged, then I want you to hear this. There is nobody else within your reality but you. There is actually no one else. And I'm going to show you how you can practically apply that knowledge within your life, and how the idea of mirrors is actually much deeper than how we understand it. I have been studying quantum physics and spirituality since I was 17 years old, and it took me years to gather together this puzzle that I'm going to share with you today, so that you can shift your reality much faster. So thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. This is Vibrations with Val. Today we're talking about this very, very important topic, because in every spiritual teachings that you're going to find out, you're going to see the main law: the one is all, and all is one, and all is mind. So I have been studying Hermetism, as I said, since I was 17 years old, and I was presented with the information that everything in reality is a mirror to you, and whatever you do to others is going to be done to yourself, and whatever is done to yourself by others, it means that you do it somewhere within your reality. The basic understanding of this is, if you spot it, you got it. So if you see something that is frustrating you in somebody else, it means that you have it within yourself as a habit, as something that you do, as an aspect of yourself. And you have to work on it. And that's great. But here, when you understand all of those things, you gain a lot of responsibility. You start feeling like everything in reality is dependent on you. And that's nice, because you feel more empowered. And sometimes, yes, the weight on your shoulders is much bigger, but you do create changes that way. What I was missing through all those years is the idea that I am not able to change the way that I am doing things to others if I first don't change the way that I do it to myself. So basically, the idea of mirrors expanded in my mind, and I started seeing how it's very much multidimensional. From one hand, you have basically me and the world, and this has been like that since ancient times. Every single human has perceived themselves as me, whoever I am, and the world, whatever it is. So reality, other people, other things happening, things that are outside of me. And basically, what I understood is that, yes, of course, this mirror between me and everything else is happening, and there is a reflection, and there is a communication, and whatever I put in is what I get back. And this is actually the law of attraction too, because whatever I put out vibrationally is what I get back as a reflection from reality. But what I didn't understand is that if I want to change what I'm putting out, I want to change what I am doing to myself, what I am putting inwards. So it's another layer of mirrors that is within ourselves. So basically, if I want to give more love to others, I have to start giving love to myself. Same way, if I am being judged by others constantly, and I'm being pressured by others, I feel this pressure from the outside world that I have to be this and I have to be that. First of all, it means that I am doing the same pressure to somebody else, and I'm putting this pressure out, and I am vibrationally putting it out. Yes, I am probably manifesting it into a relationship with somebody that I have. I'm putting pressure on them. But then the only reason why am I putting pressure on them is because I am initially putting pressure on myself. And this happens because we internalize all of the things that we were programmed to do, basically, that were happening at some point probably to us, and then we internalize them as self-mechanisms, and now we are doing this to ourselves. So if I am getting judgment from others, it basically means that I am judging myself. And this is a crucial thing to understand, because the moment that you understand this, you acknowledge the fact that everything that is happening around you is really, really, really contained within you. And so you have the power to change it, you have the power to acknowledge it, you have the power to work on it. And there is no one else that is responsible for that, but also you don't need anybody else to change. You don't need anybody else to help you. You only need yourself. And how are you going to act differently towards yourself? And not only think differently, but act differently towards yourself. So if you have been judged by others, then stop judging yourself. If you have been underrated by others, then stop underrating yourself. Understand how are you underrating yourself and why. Why do you believe that you are not valuable or not valuable enough? And then see all the parts within your reality where you are underestimating others. You are probably letting down others. Because if somebody is judgmental to you, it means that they, in their own reality, are being judged from one point of view. For sure, they're going to be judged if they judge. And then also, they're judging yourself. And believe me, the people in my reality that I know that are the most judgmental people, and what I was able to see is that they are most of all judgmental to themselves. They are that judgmental to themselves that they cannot sleep at night because they are overwhelmed with their own thoughts of how things should have been and how they should have been. So the idea here is that we are all trying to learn how to love and how to experience love unconditionally, how to give more of this unconditional divine love that we are, how to express more of our creativity. And the thing is, whatever you want to be able to give to others, you first must give to yourself. So if you want to be able to express that unconditional love to others and to channel that energy in the world so that you can create with love, then first of all, try to give it to yourself. And it's not going to be easy, but try to give it to yourself. Whatever you want to change within your experience of reality, whether it be your sexual experience with your partner, your husband, your wife, whatever it is, if you want to change that, then you have to change your own relationship with your own sexuality within yourself. So it's basically, if you want to expand an area in your life outside, then expand it within yourself. And then you're going to have different experience. If you want to spend more time with your kids, being fun and joyful and playing, then start playing with yourself. Start giving yourself the time to laugh. Start allowing yourself the time to be joyful and to feel like a kid with no responsibilities. And everything is that way. Whatever you want to put out, whatever you want to create within reality, create it first within yourself, within the relationship with yourself. And then you're going to be able naturally, you're not going to be learning to do it. You're naturally going to navigate towards doing this, because remember that whatever we do to ourselves, we naturally do to others. So if we judge ourselves, we will naturally judge others too. If we are painfully restrictive upon ourselves, upon where we have to be, upon the limitations of life that are available for us, then we're going to project that to others, to our kids, to whoever is in our reality. So if somebody comes at you and tells you, no, this is the lines, you're from here to here and there is nowhere else to go, then you have to understand that they are for sure experiencing this for themselves. They for sure think like this for themselves. And sometimes it could look different. Sometimes they may be in a different position than the position that you are in. For example, I'm giving an example. Somebody's very, very rich, and you're not, but you want to be rich, you want to be famous or something, and they are telling you, well, no, you can't do this, this is your place is here, you're from here to here. So you can be sure that these people are limiting their selves in the same way. And you're going to say, how so, if they are rich and I'm poor and they're telling me that I cannot become rich? They have it. So basically, yes, that's true, but they are restricting themselves from something else, which is whatever they want. And it could be something very, very different from being rich. It could be something very, very different from their lifestyle at the moment. They could possibly want in their deepest heart to go and be living in a farm. And they, for sure, have to be limiting themselves in that certain way, whatever this means for them. So basically what they're telling you is, I am in this position and I cannot move from here. So you are in this position and you cannot move from there where you are. And this is very deep. So the principle, I ensure you that it always, always, always works. So whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to create differently, whatever you want to change within your reality, whatever you want to shift, I ensure you that this message is here for you right now, to see it, to hear it, and to apply it into your life. And it's going to make rapid shift within your reality. Thank you so much for listening to the end of the video. You within yourself are containing the whole world, the whole universe. Don't forget that. The whole reality is you. And this is how you shift from this timeline to the next and to the next and to the next. I'm going to be here this week with a second video, which is going to be a practice, a meditational and a sound therapy practice based on everything that we talked about today, to experience the oneness of all and to experience the largeness of our own oneness. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.